Where am I at today? I know, you just saw me the other day and I was in Ohio. Today I am in Azeta, Montana. Welcome to Montana, home of steers and queers. No, I don't sound right. Montana ain't that way at all. But anyway, it is a beautiful country. This is not actually where I wanted to ride in Montana, but I'm fulfilling something I've always wanted to do. I've always wanted to go to the Devil's Tire. So that's where I'm headed. Close my eyes right here, dust on the road. All right. So we're going to the Devil's Tire. Oh, wait a minute. Did I plug you in? I did. Okay. All right. 44 miles. Not a long trip at all. Just a little fun. Oh. I already said greetings and salutations, right? Well, welcome to another edition of As the Wheel Turns. Since you saw me last, it's been 3,500 miles, which has just been 2 days for me. Okay, 3 days. Truthfully, it was 3 days. I left Ohio, I went to Seattle, and then I came here. I had full intentions of riding in Missoula, Montana, or Bozelman, because I really like both of those areas a tremendous amount. But the sun is always a factor on what I get to do. And it said, nope, you're not riding here tonight because you can't see a damn thing. Besides, the elk are running. It's 76 degrees today, I believe. So that's quite warm, considering there's a snowstorm coming in for here later today. I think today is the 8th. I'm not sure if it's going to be here today or tomorrow. But it's going to be here. It's going to be 10 inches. So I'm going to be gone up out of here. I wanted to be able to ride Montana and parts of Wyoming before winter set in, because next week I plan on riding the Columbia River Valley in Oregon if the weather holds another week. Hey, right? And don't I have the coolest fucking job in the world that I get to drag my damn bike all over the country? These bikes they've been trailered for, I don't know, 30,000 miles this year, since July the 4th. And within the next week we'll have hit 2,000 miles of riding, actually. So when boy, that's a lot of miles if you think about it, that we've really covered. But today I was going to talk to you about helmets. I know, helmets, right? Oh look, welcome to the great state of Wyoming. Yes, it's Wyoming. Look, that person was pointing at that sign also. Isn't that funny? Yeah, I was going to talk about helmets. I've talked about helmets before and how I used to feel about them. But my feelings for helmets are very mixed and changed up a little bit. Because, you know, if you're crawling around in the sandbox, you don't want a helmet. I mean, you got to wear one, but if you get off on your own, you're gonna ditch that helmet pretty quick. Well, motorcycles are the same way. This is the sandbox of life, fellas. The fucking sandbox of life. All right. Everyday life is trying to shoot you down. All right. So let's apply that to motorcycles. And what I was thinking about was this. And don't quote me on the statistics or anything, right? Because I don't have correct statistics. I just read something, I take what I take, and I go. All right. Now, like I said, when I was younger, I didn't wear a helmet. I didn't like them. Then I got one with the face shield, and I liked the fact that the bugs was not kicking my ass any longer. But I still hated the helmet. Then I grew up a little bit more, and I got a brain bucket, and I was on top of the world. I was actually cool, right? Brain buckets are pretty noisy, but they have the cool factor. Alright, now let's fast forward past the cool factor stage into today's reality. What I read, like I said, statistics could be totally wrong. About 85% of crashes with helmets, people die if they don't have a helmet on, right? Now, a lot of times when we think of helmet crashes with a helmet, we think of hitting your head on the back, right? And that's sudden brain trauma. You know, it's just done. Well, what they don't talk about a lot, because it's a little bit more squeamish, is usually, well, maybe not. Okay, let's see. The most common accident on a motorcycle is you fall over at slow speed and you don't die. All right, that's pretty simple. People on the back of motorcycles might fall off if somebody gets a little bit skippy in their throttle. Okay, so that's dangerous for them. Now the driver, the person in control of this steed, this badass steed, he goes over the handlebars usually. And I've had some friends die that went over the handlebars and they were not wearing helmets. Bless your heart, Ricky. We love you. All right. So it happens. Now, when you go over the handlebars, if it's a car in front of you, you will get sudden head trauma directly to the frontal lobe of your brain, and you will die. We miss you. But think about this one. Have you ever seen the death wobble video where the guy is riding down the road and he's way too heavy on his butt and he starts wobbling all over the place, and he dumps his big motorcycle and he ends up in front of the motorcycle, and the motorcycle's pushing him down the road? I mean, 200 pounds a man will slide for you know, 7, 8, 9 seconds, something like that, right? Or, you know, about that number depends on your speed. Now, if you have a 1,000-pound motorcycle pushing you, you're going to slide 3 times as far. Yeah, that's right. Now, in that video, it shows the guys. The video's not about his face. I'm making it about his face. Hell, I'll try to insert a section right here. All right, did you see that? Did you see that the guy had an open face helmet on, and his face is in the tarmac? What's happening to his face? They never say in the video, but I can tell you, now this is just an educated guess, that he had no face left at the end of that slide. Either his jaw was totally gone and he probably gurgled his way into death by drowning on his own blood, or his face was gone. Either way. So, another good reason for helmets is this. A lot of times when you decide to ride, yes, like this Redhead Redemption right here, you decide to ride and you start riding, and then your children, they grow up and they decide to ride, and they will make their own bad habits, but they will also mimic your bad habits. I would never encourage my children to ride, but if they wanted to ride, then I would say, sure, you should do that, but let's do it the safe way, because you got to be the one to look at mama at the end of the day if your kid scrubs his face off, right? And you don't want that. She ain't never going to forgive you. Your life's going to be a miserable living hell. Matter of fact, within a year you're going to be divorced, and she's going to take you to the bank. If you had a Harley, now you got to sell it. You're not going to be able to even afford the Japanese knockoff because she's going to put you through the ringer. I mean, that's just how divorce works a lot of times. So, all right, I'm trying to save you a lot of misery for the long term. So, put the damn stupid ass brain bucket on your head, even if you're in a state that you don't want to. Now, don't call me a communist. I'm not a communist at all. I think that it should be a choice. I don't think that the state, whatever state, should be telling you what you have to do. The state should not be telling you that you have to wear a seatbelt. They might be able to tell you that your kid has to wear a seatbelt. I'm okay with that. But you should not have to. You should not have to wear a helmet, because I do believe in survival of the fittest. You right? We should weed out those weak links. So if you don't wear a helmet and you get crashed and your face gets scrubbed off, we'll miss you. You were a weak link. William Chester, put your helmet on. I don't think you're a weak link. Just saying, all right? So, that's my tidbit of the day. Strap a helmet on your head to live longer. Oh well. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And if you get time to check out the video of the Devil's Tire, well, it'll be coming up in the near future. You have a spectacular day.